Hello, and welcome to the Paths to Additional Teacher Licenses component of the Massachusetts Educator Licensure Series, often referred to as MELS. This presentation will assist those who already hold an initial or professional academic teacher or specialist teacher license obtain additional academic teacher licenses. The paths conveyed within this presentation do not apply to individuals trying to obtain an additional provisional license. Individuals who hold an initial or professional teacher license cannot qualify for a provisional teacher license. If you are eligible and interested in obtaining an additional provisional teacher license, please visit the Obtaining a Provisional Teacher License component of MELS. Otherwise, let's begin an overview of paths to additional academic teacher licenses. Additional licensure paths consist of new field, new level, and new field and level. New field may apply to individuals who hold an initial or professional teacher or specialist teacher license in one field and are applying for a teacher license at the same level in a new field. For example, a teacher holds a biology 8 through 12 license and seeks a chemistry 8 through 12 license. New level may apply to individuals who hold an initial or professional teacher license at one grade level and are applying for a teacher license in the same field at a new grade level. For example, a teacher holds a foreign language Spanish 5 through 12 license and seeks a foreign language Spanish pre-K through 6 license. Please be advised that when it comes to new level, all grade levels held across licensure categories apply, except grade levels obtained in temporary and vocational licenses. For example, an educator who holds an initial academic elementary 1 through 6 license and an initial academic principal assistant principal pre-K through 8 license holds licenses that when combined cover the pre-K through 8 grade levels. New field and level may apply to individuals who hold an initial or professional teacher or specialist teacher license in one field and are applying for a teacher license in a new field and a new grade level. For example, an elementary 1 through 6 teacher seeks a moderate disabilities pre-K through 8 license. Paths to additional academic teacher licenses may apply to initial adding initial, professional adding professional, and professional adding initial. Also, note that paths to additional teacher licenses apply to a teacher adding an additional teacher license and a specialist teacher adding a teacher license. Please remember that individuals who already hold an initial or professional teacher license cannot qualify for a provisional teacher license. In addition, paths conveyed within this presentation also do not apply initial to professional, teacher to specialist teacher, or specialist teacher to specialist teacher. Let's look at some examples where additional licensure paths apply. In the first example of new field, initial to initial, the applicant holds the initial biology 8 through 12 license and wants to add an initial English 8 through 12 license. In other words, the applicant is adding a license with the same level, 8 through 12, in a new field, English. The second is an example of new level, professional to initial. The applicant holds the professional general science 1 through 6 license and wants to add an initial general science 5 through 8 license. In other words, the applicant is adding a license with the same field, general science, at a new level, 5 through 8. The final example is new field and level, professional to professional. The applicant holds the professional chemistry 8 through 12 license and wants to add a professional visual art 5 through 12 license. In other words, the applicant is adding a license in a new field, visual art, and a new level, 5 through 12. When applying, if you are not sure of the path that applies to you, select any path. Do not worry. Regardless of the path you choose, an evaluator at the Office of Educator Licensure will select the correct path upon review of your application. You will receive a correspondence explaining how you can satisfy any pending requirements. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about educator licensure in Massachusetts. Thank you also for being an educator or aspiring to become one. Your efforts are commendable and greatly appreciated. We hope this component of MELS has been helpful. Please visit other components of this series for additional information about educator licensure. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to call the Licensure Call Center at 781-338-6600 or stop by and visit us in person at our walk-in service counter at 75 Pleasant Street, Malden, Massachusetts.